as you may know, the Batman has resumed filming now. Everything is back on track there with that film after its huge delay into 2022, but hopefully it doesn't get delayed again. But today, since they are filming, we of course have some new set photos to take a look at. Now, while they don't show us like anything huge, like the Catwoman costume or the Penguin or anything like that, it doesn't show us that, but it does give us some new looks at Bruce Wayne. And we did get a first look at Bruce Wayne in the trailer, but it was very, very brief, also very confusing. And it's still confusing with these set photos, because as you can see, he doesn't really look like the rich playboy that we usually see from Bruce Wayne in other movies. This looks like a much darker version of the character. And there's been rumors going around about the film that the reason that that's the case is because since this is his early years as Batman, he's not used to it yet. And the role and the persona of the Batman has almost kind of consumed him to the point where he can't balance out the lives of Batman and Bruce Wayne, and they kind of just blend together. And that's not something we're used to seeing, because usually we see Batman in his later years where he's been able to control that, and Bruce Wayne and Batman are two completely different people. So I know a lot of people don't really like this because, usually this isn't how we see Bruce Wayne, but it's different and it's unique, and I actually really like this approach because we've never really seen a dark Bruce Wayne to this point. So I'm really excited to see this. Also, another thing I wanted to point out is that there's this faraway shot. Bruce Wayne is again there. And this looks to be at a funeral. And this has been confirmed to be the mayor of Gotham's funeral, because we know that in the movie, the Riddler is going to be going after the corrupt, the high-ranking officials, and he murdered the mayor. So I think the mayor is actually the one that we saw at the beginning of the Batman trailer that Riddler was taping up and everything, and now they're having his funeral and everything, so that is really cool. But speaking of the Riddler, while we don't have another new look at the Riddler himself, we do have a look at possibly his goons, because there's this other set photo here of a couple guys here that are wearing very similar green puffy jackets to what the Riddler wore in the beginning of the Batman trailer. Plus, on that left one there has a big huge question mark on there. So these are obviously Riddler goons. It looks like they could be possibly at the same place as the funeral, just because of the steps in the background. So that is totally possible. Maybe they're gonna ambush the funeral. We'll have to wait and see. But this is definitely some exciting stuff here that gets me really excited for this film, even though we won't even be seeing it until 2022. But yeah, I'm hoping we get another trailer not too next couple months or so. But we'll really have to wait and see, guys. So definitely let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about these first looks at the Riddler goons, as well as this whole darker side of Bruce Wayne that we've never really seen before? So thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.